Should be. I'm gonna be political.
We live. No, you not. Stop whispering in the background.
I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be
What's
political
up,
right.
Spawn?
Feel me? Hold on, real quick, man.
What's up, Light? Shout out to the
Let me.
whole chat, everybody in the building. Um, we got I see a bunch of members in the building. Okay, I see what you just did. See,
Yeah,
I started the stream and I came on and I had my New York hat on. And as soon as I clicked the live button, he went and grabbed his LA hat.
let me be a little political real quick, baby.
Come on, man, we good. Why you want to do the versus thing? Like this isn't New York versus. Come on, man.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
What's up, man? How
Almost.
you feel?
I'm good. I almost went and put on the khaki suit, but I'ma chill. You know what I'm saying? I'ma chill.
Listen. I just happened to grab this hat. I didn't do that. This ain't no me versus you thing. Everybody knows, we had so much history together.
Yeah.
Everybody don't run with this. Don't run with. I see the chat already putting hi you in the chat and all that. Let's get into this real quick, man. I got to give you your flowers, man. We haven't we talk a lot off the record, but we haven't streamed in a while, man. And
Yeah.
since the last time we streamed, probably, your profile, your reach in the world of hip hop has grown crazy.
Yeah.
Features on J. Cole's album, mentions at the Grammys from the biggest rapper in hip hop currently. You continue to put out music. You got into industry level rap battles. So we kind of like feel like we grew up with you, and then to see you at this level now, man, it's dope. And we still claim you as one of ours, but we still got to give you your flowers for your elevation in the game, man. So congratulations, man. It's beautiful to watch your success.
No, most definitely. And again, like, my return to the culture is to tell the culture, I don't give a fuck how high I am. I'm still one of us.
Mm. Yeah, because you
I
don't
want
want to end up walking into a round like Verb put on Mook, right?
no, 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 that's my thing. Like my thing is realistically, like I'm in that world, but I want them to know that I ain't them.
I like
My
that.
path different. My path real different. And also like I told Black the other day, like, I wanna be and shouts out to my guy Kaz, because Kaz was the first like, amphibian style MC that was able to do both. You know what I mean? And I kind of want to do that. Like I want to be able to walk on that land, walk on this land, move, travel back and forth between the industry, the battle rap world. Like I don't want to be like the person that graduated and act like he forgot where he came from.
Real talk. Real talk. That's dope. That's dope, man. I'm trying to follow that type of sentiment myself. I don't know how large this podcast is going to get 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. You know me, I'm a brick by brick guy, so I will be here to build this brick by brick. But I will continue to be heavily invested in battle rap. So you and I share that sentiment. That's dope. Like
Yeah,
that's dope. That's dope. But speaking of you reminding the industry that you are still one of us on the battle rap side, and you never forget your roots. I gotta go there real quick because we got a bunch of topics that we're gonna get into. But the industry, um, man, even your trolling early on of the likes of like Diddy, right? What's going on in the industry? And then over there on the West Coast, y'all are tripping. Y'all are tripping. What's going on in L? Is LA on fire right now when it comes to the industry and all this big talk that's in the news headlines? What y'all got going on? What's the vibe like out there?
So before we get to the LA point, I want I want to get into the whole trolling point. Like, so
Yeah.
I'll break it down to you, and it's something that I said on my live. But I understand algorithms stop certain things from reaching certain things. You have your own platform. I have my own platform. So this is a new audience that probably haven't heard me speak in a minute. So how I even got introduced to trolling, or how I knew about a lot of things that I knew about early before everybody. So I had a fan that came to see me battle in Canada one time, and small Jewish kid, and like maybe like a year in, man, he hit me on Facebook and was like, man, I love to fly out to California and rock with y'all, like, you know what I mean, like, and I'm like, go fly out, pull up. So I became super cool with this dude, and one day he told me flat out, like, man, my dad is high up, like high up, high up. And then he showed me a blueprint of everything that was going to happen within the next 10 to 15 years.
Hmm.
He said, this is going to happen. The algorithm is going to happen. They're going to start signing these type of rappers. They're gonna push this type of music. They're gonna do that. And I was like, oh, word. Oh, let me get ahead of the curve then. And I wild out because I knew what was gonna happen. And again, I was like maybe about good 7 years too early. Like let's take academics, right? Let's take a person like academics, right? Academics made about 500 different blogs stating how I was bad for hip hop. Man, this is not hip hop. We need more people like Nas and more. This guy is just trolling. And then look what happened. He became one of the biggest spokesmen for 6ix9ine and all the rest of the trolls. Because them same people that my friend told me about, they cashed him out and said promote these people. So I knew this stuff before a lot of people, and I seen it, and I ran with it. Even like with the whole P Diddy situation, like a lot of people seen what I said, but they didn't listen to the question that Vlad asked me before I said what I said. And the question that Vlad said, if they go watch the whole interview, Vlad basically was like, "Yeah, P Diddy has these like sex parties where everybody go and have sex and all type of stuff." And so my brain, like, this is all in the interview. I go, "Wait, what do you mean?" And he like, "Yeah, they meet up and they watch each other have sex and they do all type of freak shit." And I'm like, "So you mean to tell me like other major rappers are there?" And he like, "Yeah, like all the major rappers are there. Everybody's doing stuff." So I'm in that moment, my brain was like, I should just violate these niggas. Like all of these niggas, I should violate. But then I also knew if I violate them, I'm gonna be really blackballed. And that's no pun intended, like, because that's kind of sus. But so instead
Especially in
of
this topic. But go ahead.
but instead of violating, because I was gonna disrespect, but we know you disrespect certain people in this industry, nigga, you're all doors gonna close on you. So instead of me disrespecting them, I was like, this is my perfect opportunity to troll. So how I really feel at heart, I'm gonna just say that complete opposite. And I said the complete opposite. And when I said what I said, if you noticed and you looked at it, like I went through the roof after that. Through the roof. Like I'm talking, I was on fire. Like man, I'm talking major other rappers was calling me, and I'm like, yo, why are
I
you
was there.
calling?
I was there. I was there.
What did you? How did you get my wait? You so all this rapping I've been doing, you ain't give a fuck. But then when I said that shit, you found a way to get my number to call me. Like, yo, I don't know what this game on. Shit was kind of tricky, but yeah, that shit went up, and that was like my first time ever like trolling, ever. And then I was like, oh, that's how it work. You just say
I,
some
I
dumb
want. I
shit.
wonder right here in the moment. I can't think of an internet troll that I remember before you.
No, it was
I
only
can't.
one. No, it was
I
only one.
can't.
And I'm gonna tell you, it's my Cali brethren, Lil B. He was the first.
I remember Lil B. I remember Lil B.
Lil B. He was the first. And it's crazy because I was there at the start of his discovery of trolling. This another, another gem I'm gonna drop for the world. So I used to do photography back in the days. I was doing a photo shoot for Lil B. And I remember him telling me, like, man, the world don't give a fuck about my bars. Like, nigga, I'm one of the nicest niggas in the world, but since we put out the Van song, people think I'm that. And I'm like, so what you gonna do? He like, man, I'm just about to be whack as fuck, bro.
I remember Lil B, man.
And he did it, and that shit went. It created a whole world for him.
That's wild. That's wild.
But
Well, let me
yeah,
let me let me let me say this, man. You definitely were ahead of the curve when it came to trolling. It obviously took you out of here, took you to all these big platforms, garnered you new eyes, introduced you to new people. And looking at today, trolling really is a part of people's formula to winning and success. The way you used it so early, we was at you for it. And I'm saying we because I was a
proof.
part of it there to the point where I was putting it in your contracts like, no, you must rap. Like, you know
It's
what I'm
not.
saying? Like,
Yeah, no, it was. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like the troll Jesus, man. I got
yeah.
crucified for it early. I got crucified for face
Yeah.
tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah, you took all those early bullets. The
All
same
of
way a lot of people look at Joe Button as one of the first to leverage and Soldier Boy to leverage the internet like that and
it.
podcasting and You know what I'm saying? You from the trolling standpoint, I got to give you that credit. And as you break down the history of it, and we see that you really was early with it and one of the first, it also reminds me to thank you, because when I look at battles like historic moments that you had with like you versus Oops, the first time that you lit the world into the behind the scenes and the realities, like for example, when you got shot, one in the hand, one in the stomach, one across the
Yeah,
thigh. You know what I'm saying? You open people up to as to why you got the face tattoo and everything.
yeah,
That's not just an epic battle rap moment. To me, that's an epic hip hop moment of what you guys
yeah,
did. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And fast forward you to be able to go back and show us the reason and the logic behind that whole movement that you did. You kind of proved everybody wrong in a certain respects.
You know what I
You know what I'm
learned, bro,
saying?
about life, like, and this is like a maybe a bar that a lot of people can run with, like, you
Yeah.
know, let's go back to like biblical times, like when God gave certain people in the book these messages, like the streets ain't believe them. Like you got to
Mm.
think Moses was talking to a bush. You think niggas believed him back then? Fuck,
Believed. Leave.
like, look, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like you think like you know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker tell him, hey, I'm walking 40 miles in the desert and I can't even explain to you while I'm walking, but just keep walking, don't look back. And motherfuckers like, man, you crazy. And I'm looking back and turning the stone
Book of
to
Eli
whatever.
type time.
Get what I'm saying? So it's like everybody, like certain individuals get a vision that other people can't see. And you just gotta walk through it no matter what until the end. And then at the end they see.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't see a formula I had, even with the battles. Like they didn't see the formula I had with the battles. I would go antic, good battle, good battle, good battle, good battle, antic, good battle, good battle, good battle, antic. Like I had it all written down like a formula. And
Yeah.
I knew the specific battles to antic in. I knew the specific battles to take serious. I knew what opponents to take serious. I knew what platforms to take serious. And I ran the program for a minute until it worked, and it finally paid off.
Yeah, it takes time sometimes to see the genius in somebody's approach and the actions behind what we perceive to be the madness, man. And you will forever be a goat in how you just continue to orchestrate things. And you still have, it seems like your career is having like almost a fresh start again now that we see you just moving up the charts. So, and I want to get to
Yeah,
that. I want to save that for what we see in the thumbnail when we say is Cali, is the West Coast, is LA the
yeah,
savior of hip hop? So I want to save that topic in a second. But before I get into this upcoming lyrical masterpiece that we know is on the way, is it this weekend?
yeah. It's a Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday. So before we get into that, real quick, I just don't want to let you hop, skip, and jump since you went and grabbed the damn hat. What's the vibe at LA right now, man? What's the vibe right now?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like you could just walk outside, see random motherfucker crip walking. Like it felt like victory out in this bitch.
Even
Like,
even with all this wild indictment and all
look,
this, like
man,
still, it's
those
like the
niggas
West just
crip
feels
walking.
like we partying.
Them niggas in the indictment line crip walking. Like it's like it don't even matter. Like yo, Adam 22 crip walking, all the niggas in the indictment line crip walking, I'm crip walking, everybody crip walking. Nigga, they not like us. Fuck it, it's up. Yo, no, bro, LA is crazy right now, bro. It's like you just look up like what the fuck happening over there? Okay, what the fuck happening over there? Okay, damn, what the fuck happening over there? Like, but it's like it's crazy because it's still an amazing feeling no matter what's happening. Because it's like, okay, you know, the streets is clear, I guess, now. I can walk
Mm.
places. I can go places now in certain areas I probably couldn't go to
Oh
prior.
shit. You're gonna make me spin a question off of what you just said. Go
So,
ahead.
I could go crip walk down the block now without having to pay a few dollars.
Without getting extorted. No. You out there. And I
Yeah,
care about your well-being, so I'm gonna leave that shit alone. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
but
ask you no questions. Nah, I'm gonna leave that alone.
look, I'll
People
say
read
this.
between the lines though.
I'll say this with the street shit, man. Like I traded in my hood car a long time ago. I live in I'm in the suburbs and I'm Bradley for majority of my day. Okay, like I'm done with the streets. Y'all can have it. Like I'm making this loud and clear. Y'all can have the
People,
mentality, the ideas, the who the hardest, who the gangsters, who the realest. Y'all can have it. I don't want no parts of it.
people, I can attest to what he just said off camera. That is, he really, really is dead serious about that. We've texted about certain individuals, even in battle rap years ago, that got into certain things, and you would hit me like, "I told you that that person." Why? And you were right. And the
Yeah,
way that just we've continued to remove ourselves from certain demographics and people, you've been on that even behind the scenes. So I know that you're not bullshitting with that. So kudos to you, man. Kudos to you to continue to elevate your life and move further and further away from the things that corrupted us when we was young. So kudos to you for that, man. That's a great message for everybody to still be able to hear from people like you, people like me. That's important. So
no,
that's real
most
talk.
definitely,
All right.
most definitely.
We got a major rap battle coming up this Saturday.
Sir.
At one point I tried to make it happen. I couldn't. You was tweeting I ain't had a bag, kick rocks. This is probably like 5, 6 years ago or some shit.
Huh?
But TBL made it happen, and those guys, pay attention to TBL. They got a lot going on. Not just this Saturday. Pay attention to those guys. But Daylyt versus Rum Nitty, man. How did they make this happen? What's making you come back into your home still for a matchup like this that's going down this Saturday? What's making you choose like, all right, this is the one?
So I stated this multiple times, and like I said, I'm fortunate enough to have been blessed with a vision to where I can see things long before people see them. And right after me and Tay Rock, I told the world a great battle was coming. Another battle was coming. People thought I was talking about a battle. I wasn't talking about myself. I was talking about a great battle for hip hop was coming, and the shift was coming. I've been saying that for the last 10 years, and it happened. Right, like the battle happened. The big battle in the music industry happened. That shit was basically like a culture stopper. It happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and in the midst of that, right, shouts out to the family, shouts out to the TDE family, shouts out to Kendrick Lamar. I knew his mission from the beginning with what he even was trying to do with this. You know what I mean? Like because I know behind the scenes, and he completed his goal of just basically putting the culture back in the hands of like the actual MCs. So for me, I understand that me and Kendrick run a dual timeline. He's doing what he needs to do in the music industry. I'm doing what I need to do in the battle rap world. Now I'm crossing over to the music industry. But uh as the world been growing the way it's been growing, battle rap has been growing in the wrong direction.
Mm.
And what happened is we have took the what do you call it? We have took the focus off basically what you started battle your lead for, which was the blood, sweat, and tears, the blick by blick, the pain, the like the I want to be the best, the skill. Like you prided your league on booking the skill matches, and that's missing right now. It's missing. It's just drama.
Yeah.
Battle rap has become all the stuff that make headlines and highlights is drama.
Yeah.
When the last time we seen a battle make headlines and everybody's blogging about this battle?
Yeah.
It's rare. When we got a Daylight and Oops, when we got a Oops to O Red, when we got a you know what I mean, like we don't got them no more. And it's crazy we don't got them no more, and we have cards every weekend now,
Mm.
and we still don't got them. The ones we don't have
Yeah.
them no more. And one of the reasons we don't have them no more is based off what I was saying earlier. People have traded in their ability card for their real nigga card.
Mm.
Now everybody is, I'm the realest nigga in the world. You a snitch, I'm tough. Ain't nobody gonna push me off my block. I'm really like that. I'm Pyru, I'm Crip. Like that's all I see all day now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's the pins at? If we ain't no more writer's blocks. You know what I
Damn.
mean? Ain't no more. Then it just gangsters.
Damn. Writer's block.
Writer's
Damn.
block was the last of the Mohicans. We were like the rap Avengers trying to hold the shit together.
You want to hear something? You bringing up writer's block, it makes me proud that we are the home of the writer's block classics. So you got
Damn.
Daylyt and Oops. We got Big Cannon and Danger Zone. We got
You
Big Cannon and JC. We got Chilla Jones and Danny Myers.
It's a
You know
few
what I'm
of them.
saying? Like
We
these are
paint
all epic. Like wow.
and people looked at writer's block like a clique. It wasn't no clique. It was basically like, hey, we the last of the rappers. Let's just all fight each other and try to keep this thing going. Pen versus pen. And that's what it was. But if, again, like I just feel like that's missing. That's
Yeah.
missing. And
So
in the
how
state,
does you and Nitty return that? Now
and
I know your capabilities, but I'm talking about the impact of this type of matchup. Like we know that Nitty's one of the best writers of all time. We know that you are one of the best writers, and I give you credit for being one of the best writers of all time, not just in battle rap. I mean in all of hip hop. I discuss people like Eminem and Royce 5'9" and like Slaughterhouse niggas and shit and Daylyt and Kendrick. Like you are in the realm of the best writers in hip hop of all time. How did we
yeah,
take this, your capabilities, Rum Nitty's capabilities, and create one of those stop time moments this Saturday?
the best thing, and this is something that I told Rum and I tell Rum off camera. The best thing we could do is rap with no mental restraints. And again, I know that, and it's crazy because I was just talking to Quest McCody about this the other day because we sparred a few rounds, and when I was done sparring with Quest, he said, "Man, that shit crazy, man, but they wouldn't let me get away with that, bro. They wouldn't let me rap that much." And I was like, "See, that's the problem. You letting the fans determine what you gonna say."
Mm.
Whenever a customer at McDonald's ever went in there and said, "Make me another type of burger," no, you're gonna get this Big Mac. Are you gonna get these nuggets? Because that's what the fuck I sell. And and that's what we got to get back to. And I told Rum, elevate. Don't give them what they want. Give them what they need. And
Yeah.
and that's what we got to get back to. Like there was a time where it was like, I'm coming to this battle with what I do. You're gonna like me for what I do. I'm not gonna rap for what you like. And that's basically what it is with this battle. Like we have to go to that level. And it's the same thing I told people when I was gonna battle Tay Rock when I did all the interviews with everybody. I have a mission, and I've always had a mission in my whole career. And my mission is to elevate people's minds because if we don't, man, we gonna go extinct.
Mm.
So like I told Rum, hey, I'm going up there. Come up there with me.
Mm.
Come
Mm.
up there with
You know, like no exaggeration, and I'm not even saying this from a promo standpoint. I'm not saying this because we here on stream. Bar for bar, given that this is you got Daylyt, literally one of the best rappers in the world of all time, and Rum Nitty, an incredible out of this world alien writer and rapper as well. This could be one of the last bar for bar battles that can go to that place, like you and Rock did, or like you and Lux can go. Like this might be one of the. I don't know if there's
ain't no
five
more.
battles left that can go to this level of lyricism and really make everybody have to decipher this shit and create a moment for time to come of what you guys can possibly do Saturday with this amount of talent.
Yeah. And that's what I want to do. Like I
Mm.
want to make another staple in the game. Like I have a track record of doing this. And I know a
Yeah, you
lot of
gotta have
people
the
be like,
tools.
yeah, a lot of people be like, yo, Daylyt, the antics, and he did antics, but like my track record is maximum classics, and I could throw that word around a lot. I do this a lot. Like Tay Rock wasn't my first time doing that. Rich
No,
Dollars was a moment. It was the same thing. Me and Chilla Jones was the same thing.
one of the
Me
best
and Clips
punchlines of
was
all time.
me and Clips was the
Rock, paper,
same thing.
scissors.
See what I'm saying? So I've learned how to continue doing these moments. One of the reasons why I've learned how to continue doing these moments is when I do take the next opponent that I feel I could do that with, I don't think about how I'm gonna beat that opponent. I think about how I'm gonna beat the last me.
Mm,
That's my
okay.
strategy for all these battles. And if you look at all of my classics, I level up every time. Every single
Yeah.
time I level up. So
Because one of the last times that we've seen you, here's a quick question about this battle. Is it small room, big room, mid size?
it's a bigger room, but we in a pit setting. So we
Oh,
like round level, like eye level with the fans. Yeah.
what was dope about your capabilities though is you've controlled as much as people know that you're a pen heavy guy and you're a rapper's rapper. You still have showed multiple times your ability to even control a big crowd. Like, one of the last couple times that we've seen you out was you versus King Los, and to me, that was an epic hip hop moment as well. There was a bunch of
Oh,
hip
yeah.
hop legends on stage, and what you and King Los did was incredible. But that was one of the biggest battle rap events ever. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
like, like,
That's the
like
thing.
that
Like
max out setting was crazy.
that's the thing too. Like people be having this crazy narrative that like I'm a small room nigga. Like
No,
what?
no.
Like I'm gonna just go ahead and make an open statement right now. I see everybody be complaining about crowds and complaining like I battled there and they was biased. In my entire battle rap career, I've never had a problem with no crowd in no state.
They want to
Never.
hear what Light's gonna say. Yeah,
Never
I've
had a
seen it.
problem with no
I've
crowd.
seen it a bunch of times. Yeah.
I never had a problem with no crowd ever. And controlling the crowd, no matter if it's 2 people, 5,000 people, 400 people, that's easy. And the best way to do that is just be good.
Yeah, yeah, and still
Being good works
having
everywhere.
noticeable haymakers in the midst of a pen like yours. Very catchable and noticeable haymakers and moments still wrapped up in there. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you've proven it. You've proven it. You've
It
proven it.
work. The formula works everywhere. Just be good. If we playing basketball, make jump shots. It's just that simple.
Yeah, I'm a believer in this Saturday, man. Speaking of basketball, me and you still have yet to get on the court, but it's all
You know,
good.
it's gonna
It's,
it's
it,
gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
yeah, we'll figure it out. It's been years. We haven't figured it out yet, but
We'll
it's
figure
it's still there. We'll get to it hopefully.
it out.
All right, while we still on battle rap, everybody please make sure that you get your pay-per-view for this Saturday. Shout out to TBL. It's a 2-day event, incredible event, but
Mhm.
literally Daylyt versus Rum Nitty is one of the best battles left to be presented to the battle rap and the hip hop culture. So staying on battle rap for a second,
Mhm.
we know there's but so many end game, Titan versus Titan matchups left. You got Rex versus Cassidy. I think people
Yeah.
will want to see that even past the face off. We want to see that. There's just so much history there.
It's history. There's a lot of
You got
history.
you got Hitman versus Mook,
Yeah.
right? That's like it had like arguably the
It has
biggest,
to happen.
probably the biggest battle left. And
Yeah.
then, also in comparison to even that last one that I just mentioned, Daylyt versus Loaded Lux.
Mhm.
Are those like three, including even this Saturday, because you're part of it and you're one of the last end game people that's still active? Are there any other end game battles that need to happen, regardless
Um,
of how battle rap continues and whether it's going up, going down, it rebounds or not? Is there any other ones to throw out there? Are you a part of any more of those or?
Surf. If Surf gets out, he's in
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
There's
surf.
there. The
Surf and Mook?
The Rubik's cube kind of switches around if Surf gets out. Like this,
Yeah, yeah,
we got to rearrange the playoff brackets basically.
yeah.
Um, but like with Surf in, like I said, yeah, Mook, yeah, Cassidy and Mook got to happen too.
Okay. So we're at like five right now. Is easy in any of them? Like easy versus Mook or easy versus Surf or is
Easy.
easy in any of them?
All right. I'll say this. Um, Easy may have had a few hiccups, in his momentum that may prohibit him from reaching one of those in-game battles. But
Okay.
he's most definitely a worthy opponent in that conversation, for sure.
Agreed. Agreed.
There is for me, I'm from another era, so there's still things on my checklist that I gotta see, and this is a left field battle. But it was at one point in time, it was a thing that was supposed to happen, and that's Math Hoffa versus Lux. That was a big thing for a long time. Like they had about five diss tracks on each other. They was going back and forth. They was shooting at each other in interviews. It was like a big thing in my time. So that's another match that I would love to see. And I would love because I wouldn't say like people kind of put Math in the position of where he hung up his battle rap shoes, but I would love for Math to like still show the world that he one of the elites because he is one of the four founders of this shit. So I would love to see him give it one more chance and
So I will
versus one of those guys.
I will say I spoke to Math like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and there's a high chance that we will see him back in the ring. I will say that.
That's
And
fire.
I definitely remember the history of Hitman. I mean, not Hitman, of Math and Lux. I think another one because of the controversy involved, people wouldn't mind seeing Hoffa versus Mook, right, with their
I'll-
history.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
another
yeah,
thing.
that's
But
another
again,
one.
these battles from our era, the newer people might not
Yeah.
they might not understand these. You know what I mean? Like they might
But
not.
is there less? So is there less than eight? Is it like about the eight left range? About that?
Like, Hollow got a few more fights too, like a Hollow and
Okay.
Mook. Hollow
Okay.
and Mook is possible. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's slim pickings out there, man.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? All
Is
10
is,
of those I'd like to see. You know what I'm
is
saying? And you're right.
K Shine in any of this?
Who?
K Shine, where do K Shine rank in like what's
K shot. So the end game battles to me are like the type of battles where if you had to say if battle rap stops tomorrow, everybody's
what
gonna be like, at least if you rode with battle rap this whole time, if you were there from the sandbox, you're glad that you got a chance to see these. The Daylights and Luxes, the Mook and Hitmans,
yeah
um, the surf maybe versus Mook, for example. I think K Shine, off the top of my mind, I don't think he has any of those end game must happen battles, but he's got some ones that still will stop the entire battle rap culture. For example,
yeah
Shine versus Twerk, right? That's a
yeah
battle rap culture
that's
stops
yeah
matchup,
that's like
but it's not
that's
the
like
like. There's like only 10, I think, that are like left. Like, damn, these have to happen. You know what I'm saying?
so all right. So here's another question for you. What
Hmm.
happened after all of those battles happened? Is it
With
time?
the
Is
lack,
it time to close the
with
door?
the lack of some of the battlers that have come on the scene with over the last, let's say, 6 years, um, we haven't been able to replicate a Daylyt. Like let me give you like this example instead. We can say that Rakim had a second coming in Jay-Z. Then
Yeah,
someone could say that Jay-Z had a second coming in Drake, right?
yeah,
And 6, 7 years from now, there might be another Drake, right?
yeah,
And that has happened in multiple different parallels of artists that I can name, similar to
yeah,
that Rakim, Jay-Z, Drake, right? I could do that
yeah,
with a bunch of different rappers. In battle rap, who was the next Daylyt? Who was the next Goods? Who was the next Lux and Mook and Hitman and Cassidy and Rex? And who was those? You guys haven't been replaced, which is why, even when leagues have attempted to do bars over names or like these high price guys, get them out of here, you guys still dominate the culture because that's where the investment is with the fans. That's where people have yet to. It's been slim pickings of new kings that were born. Like a Twerk will always be mentioned as a new king. A Geechee will always be mentioned as a newer king. That's
yeah,
two. It's like we have like this small pocket of people that can carry the culture one person at a time. The industry pumps them out like this. I could wake up one day and they'll
yeah,
give the fucking game to Sexy Red for 8 months. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We don't have that in battle rap. So if those
yeah. I
battles
think
happen, it's gonna be tough to continue to keep the viewership
Yeah, no,
strong.
that's it. I'm gonna
You know
just
what
go on this.
I'm
Go home, guys. Go home, Roger. It's over.
saying?
Yeah, go home, Roger. After that happened, it's over, man. Go home. Because and I know why though. Like, and that's why, like, if you notice, man, I put so much faith in making sure I give kids like Eunice a shout out. You know what I mean? I give the kids like She Happened, even though he's not a kid, but the up and coming kids, like
Yeah, yeah,
I try to give these individualists, shots out, especially from the platform that I have now, because like, once we done, like somebody got to carry this torch.
yeah.
But like you said, it ain't too many individualists, and one of the reasons why, and that goes back to like what I was saying about my return, like um, you know, like battle rap has just lost a lot of like it lost a lot of its sting, and its sting was all of us from our era, and why we are what we are, and why we are like the type of characters that we are, is because we are all rappers before battle rap. Like we were doing freestyles, we were doing radio freestyles, we were on real rap runs. We are embodied by rap, hip hop. A lot of the people that got into the culture, they got into the culture and their heart is battle rap. And that's not a bad thing, but they not even embodying the elements of what it means to be an MC. So what happens is you just get carbon copy battle rappers over and over. Hey, I want to be a battle rapper. I seen that. That worked. All right, let me do that. That worked. Okay, let me do that. But all of us from our era, I was an MC first. And it took me time to grow into the MC I grew into, which made me my own individual self. So far as Mook, so far as Lux, Rex, Verb. If you look at anybody from our era, none of us sound alike. And I've said that multiple times. But if you look at the new eras of battle rap has become mumble rap. Just even the crowd is a mumble rap crowd now. Just say something else, put your Batman voice on the end of the punchline, and everybody gonna go crazy and push you and kick you, and then you just do it over and over again.
Yeah,
Something, something,
Batman
some,
voice.
tools up, some, lose up, some. I stretch a kid like a school bus, and then the crowd go crazy, and then you just do it over and over and over and over again.
But you want to know what, man? Damn, it's like as you say it, I'm like, yes, it's all fucking true, and it's coming from a rapper's rapper. But that's also a perfect segue for me right there of you guys being rappers before battle rappers, not just seeing battle rap and saying, hey, I want to do that, being a part of the core roots of what this shit is. Now, me being a New Yorker, I came up on lyricism. You know what I'm saying? So you had, the LL Cool J's, the Cool G Raps, the Rakems, the Cool Mo D's. We looked at, and then later on, you got the Jay Z's, the Nas's, the Big Puns, and these are people that was known for rapping, rapping, rapping. Right?
Yeah,
When we looked at the West Coast early on, my perception of it was okay, y'all got the gangster rap shit on lock. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Y'all got the Ice Cubes and the NWAs and the Mac 10s and even Snoop Dogg. Y'all was known for the gangsterism of hip hop. The South
yeah,
was known for, party music, dance music, and then later on, trap music. You know what I'm saying? And then, now we're in a period where piece of the forefront, not all of it, but it's definitely the gangsterism. But drill music has definitely suffocated hip hop.
yeah,
Gangsterism has definitely suffocated hip hop. And even though as a New Yorker, I felt like the reputation of lyricism was in the East, it
yeah,
almost feels like the reputation of lyricism, as far as carrying hip hop right now, has moved to the West, right?
yeah,
When you
yeah,
got people like Ab Soul, and when you got people like Kendrick Lamar, who's in the seat right now, in that king's chair right now, and you got the daylights of the world, is LA saving hip hop and preserving true lyricism in 2025?
yeah. I think we most definitely got a lot of spitters outside. And if you think about it, like, most of the newer people that's outside, like we could have followed the regiment of, the people before us. We could have been gangster rappers. I could have been a gangster rapper too. I grew up in the neighborhood. My ties is in the neighborhood deep, but like I chose to be a lyricist. Kendrick also chose to be a lyricist. We chose to really like carry that crown, or not even that crown. We chose to carry the torch of hip hop. And there's a lot of us. There's a lot. It's not just Kendrick, or it's not just myself. Like you got the whole room full of mirrors, which is my squad. You got people outside of the mirrors, like my guy True, another kid on the west named Assad, Lit Poppy. The list goes on. Like it's a lot of us over here. Like it's a lot of us over here that was like, hey man, we not all gangster rap. There's a lot of people that took the lineage of Razzcast.
Or
You
Crook.
know, there's a lot of people that took it. I mean, of course, we didn't like they didn't get the spotlight because we know what the industry is pushing. But there's a lot of people cut from those real rap cloths. Like we got some forefathers over here on the OG. I mean, on the OG side that really rap too. So it's a lot of us over here. But I think now that we got the light on us, it's kind of seen more now. Like, oh, Cali rapping.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I do want to give a shout out to Joey Badass, man. I do. I got it because Joey was like, "Nah, fuck that, nigga. I need some. We got to bring this shit back to New York. Fuck y'all niggas. It's up." I fuck with Joey for that. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga Joey was sitting bad. Nigga had his banana in his hand. Nigga said, "I don't like that shit. We gonna drop a dime on them niggas. I don't like all that winning and shit. We gonna drop a dime on them niggas." Yo, yo,
Yo, and to add to that, man, I did a little bit of coverage on it too. I love the way you handled that battle,
oh
right?
yeah,
Because I looked as I'm watching it, we all came up together. So
yeah.
I didn't see you shit on New York, which all of us New Yorkers would have looked at and been like, "What,
What?
nigga? You was Dot Mob and your battle rap come up
Exactly.
was with these New Yorkers and league and wait, what?" And the way you handled that was so fair and mature and real and true
Yeah.
to your actual roots and your past while still representing your coast. So I love the
Yo,
way you approached it.
hey, mama said be nice to him, man. But look, I just want you to know, Joey, I've been in your world. I'm from this world. I've been in your
He
world
ain't
causing
lying. He ain't
havoc.
lying. He ain't
I've been
lying.
over there.
He
I
ain't
dwelled
lying.
over there. I know your territory really well.
He ain't lying. That's why I was
Really
like,
well.
is he really disrespect New York? And it's like he could damn near be that's like his second home. Like
Listen, I know your area well, so listen, chill. Yeah, and that was my approach. Like, but again, like I told people, I spoke to Joey behind the scenes multiple times,
dope. Dope.
and I told him, I'm like, yo, it ain't never gonna be no real smoke like that, but I'm most definitely getting in the mix. Cause again, like
Outside.
I'm 10 toes down with the coast right now. And I ain't never been full west, but hey, nigga, it's up right now. Fuck it. Like,
What's you keep giving me these perfect segues into questions, man. And I don't want to keep you here too long. This probably is the last one, an area that I want to get into while we got you up here. I mean,
mhm,
this wouldn't be a stream with Daylyt if we didn't at least ask a question or two about, we can't even really call it the elephant in the room, right? The biggest hip hop news and moment possibly in hip hop history, right? You are affiliated with these folks.
yeah,
You know these people personally. You're in the studio with these people. You're on their albums. You got features with them. You got all types of upcoming work with them. You're getting shout outs at the Grammys, man. Let me start it too light because I know that you have to navigate your career and the people that you're around right now, and I respect that. So I don't want you to say anything that's going to get you in trouble because we want you
yeah.
to keep moving up the ladder
Are we
because you're
good?
one of us. But I'll give you an easy one, and if we want to expand further, I'll let you go further. But what's your favorite diss song in the whole Kendrick and Drake battle? And then also let me know why.
Um, I think it was the one with the Alchemist beat, the Kendrick joint with the Alchemist beat. Which one was that?
Yo, why do we got the same pick, dog? Are you kidding me? Meet the Grams definitely is the best shit in the whole
Was my
battle to me.
I said, I said, oh,
Explain,
he
sir.
he's evil for this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he's evil for this. And again, like I'm saying this because, like I said, I talked to him on FaceTime a few times, and the face that he had every time I talked to him, I was like, oh, I know that face. I have that face when I'm locked in for battles. I know exactly what face that is. So I think Meet the Grams was my favorite song. I liked um I liked the Drake joint too. What was the one when he had the van in the video?
The Family Matters was dope.
Yeah, I like that. I'm not gonna
Family Matters
lie.
was dope. Yeah.
And we battle rappers, so in battle rap terms, we'd be like, man, if he had that same third round 3 times, it would have been a different fight.
Mm, okay.
And like I said, I'm cool with all of these guys, man. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't have no issue with none of the big three, right? I mean, I don't know where I stand with Drake now because where I'm at, so I don't know his emotional take on that, but I still show love, and like I tell people globally, like Drake was there for me in the beginning of my career before a lot of people was, so I never kick my man under the bus for that. But for the most part, just being
That's
flat
fair.
out honest, if he would have, what do you call it? If he would have not played in the beginning, it would have been a different fight. And what I
Mm,
mean by played was like this is Kendrick Lamar, one of hip hop's greatest lyricists in the world. You don't be telling that man to do some push ups, or you don't tell that man, get in there and try to rap with that man. This nigga say he tuck a sensitive rapper in his pajama clothes.
yeah.
I'd have been like, bitch, I got my pajamas on with this top, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Like I would
Yeah.
have tried. You know what I mean? Like he should have just said, yo, I'm gonna fight this nigga from a rap standpoint. Like I said, the Family Matters joint, like more of them, it'd have been a different fight. But like I said, those are my favorite 2 songs from the whole battle: Family Matters and Meet the Grams.
Got you. Got you. Yeah. Family. I mean, not Family Matters. Meet the Grams is definitely my favorite track of the whole back and forth. Man, I just thought it was dark. It was sinister. I thought it was the most scathing. I think it's one of the best diss tracks of all time, regardless of what was hyperbole, regardless of what was true, what was false. This is battle rap, man. Let me close it out like this. Running parallel with that, but not necessarily specific to Kendrick and Drake. And then I want you to get I want to let you get up out of here. In battle rap, um, let me phrase this the right way to make sure that because like I said, we protecting daylight right now. Okay.
PR,
Um,
baby.
yeah. I'm being careful as possible. Maybe the best way to ask this question is there rules in battle rap when it comes to the things that you can say or the angles that you may use? Is there rules from your perspective?
Um, well, it depends on who you are as a man, first and most foremost. So for me, if you notice, like in my entire battle rap career, I ain't never made up no shit about nobody. I barely even do personals. You're gonna get this skill set and that's it. So my perspective is different. Um, at their level, that specific level, I think you gotta play dirty. You gotta do whatever you gotta do
Mm.
to win. 'Cause the fans ain't gonna give a fuck about no rules.
That's real.
And, and, and I remember, we sitting in the stew and shouts out to my big dog Punch, and Punch like light, this ain't battle rap. And I'm like, what you mean? He like, light, this ain't got shit to do with battle rap. How y'all battle. This is an empire. This like Rome versus Greece or some shit. This is an empire versus an empire. People gonna lose jobs when this shit is all over.
Damn.
I'm like, what? He like,
He's
man.
right.
He like, man, like, so preparing for a war this big is way
Mm.
more strategic than preparing for like an actual battle rap. Because again, when y'all battle, y'all could lose and y'all booked right back on stage next weekend. It's like y'all got infinite life in battle rap.
Yeah.
In the industry, it's like You get hurt too bad, it's up.
Hey, look at cannabis. When cannabis came on the scene, we all said he is next. He is the one. You know what I'm
Is
saying? I'll battle you on the net. I'll battle you in the flesh. I'll battle you over the phone. You could call me Collect. By the time we got to those mixtape and those DJ Clue verses by cannabis, we said it's him. And then
it's him.
LL Cool J ruined him. It said,
Yeah,
goodbye.
so
You're done.
but that's the difference between the industry fans and the battle rap fans.
Mm,
Battle rap fans, and it's called a fan for a reason. They blow you while you're hot. The moment you don't look hot no more, the fan is out of here.
that's a double on that word. That too.
Battle
I'm with
rap,
you. I'm with you.
battle rap different. They be like, yo, my
I'm with
man
you.
got cooked, but we rocking to the end. That's battle rap. My man got cooked, but we rocking to the end. But in the hip hop world, when you get cooked, we out. We going to the nigga that made it.
That's real. That's real. We just gave examples of that.
Yeah, we going. So but again, one thing I can say that is different though about the cannabis era or the 50 Ja era or the Jay Z and Nas era is we have the internet now, and in the internet now, like with the internet has made a way to where you can cultivate you cultivate your own fans, you cultivate your world, and um you can't really die in this new era. Like in a new era, you can lose, but you can't really die because all you got to do is go and make some more good music, and then like you kind of back to the top again. Like
Yeah.
and like I said, it goes for in that situation that just happened via the rap beef. Like if both people continue to make good music, we'll be like, yeah, the war happened, XYZ lost, but I'm still rocking. But
Yeah.
if this had have been pre-internet, like 1990. Oh, we would have been like, we done. He done. It's over. It's over. The disc people not printing up no more CDs. He can't come back in the label building no more. Like it'd have been over.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that's real. That's real. Hey, conversations like this are so needed, man. I want everybody to chat, man. Let's give it up for the homie, friend of the channel, Daylyt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all for having me down, man.
Of course, man. I mean, we ain't gonna let you
Before I
off the
go,
hook with the fact.
I,
Go
I
ahead.
most
Go ahead.
definitely give my shout out to my squad and my team and my family. First, most foremost, big shouts out to Punch TDE for having faith in me and believing in me when a lot of people didn't. Big shouts out to my guy Willie B for also being there for me and introducing me to Punch. And for those who don't know who Willie B is one of my childhood friends. He also produced Kendrick Lamar's Rigor Mortis.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
so big ups to my guy Willie B, Ichiban Don. Big ups to my whole squad, Room Full of Mirrors, and everybody in Room Full of Mirrors. Shouts out to basically hip hop in general because hip hop is gonna live, and it's under a lot of our watches, specifically people like you, myself, and everybody who has contributed to keeping this thing that we call lyricism and hip hop alive. So we here.
Real talk. Real talk. Daylyt in the building once again, y'all. We appreciate you, G. Hey, we will
Yes,
be on the pay-per-view watching you give us a lyrical masterpiece this
oh,
Saturday in your war versus Rum Nitty. Thank you for giving the culture what we need right now.
yes,
Saturday,
sir.
it is up, man. And then we will continue to connect, follow your journey, man, follow your music and all that. I'm gonna
Sir.
text you in a second, man. Once again,
Okay.
good luck this Saturday. Appreciate you
Most
coming
definitely.
up. Keep elevating, my man.
Got you, my G. Yes,
My
sir.
man, Light. All right, and there you have it. Shout out to Big Yellow 317. Of course, I threw that up there, but he was in shout out mode, and I think his focus right now is Nitty. So I didn't want to break in and be like, hey man, are you gonna battle Danny? But shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Sean says, can you please ask the legend about Joey Badass? He brought that up on his own, so I'm glad he was able to get to that. Shout out to the members in the building. Um, and yeah, we put that up earlier, of course. Shout out to you as well, Jay. Daylyt versus Rum Nitty, indeed. Thanos versus Onslaught. So yes, this Saturday we will be in the building. This will be an epic display of lyricism. Shout out to Daylyt, man. He's always been one of my favorite battle rappers and lyricists of all time. And I've said that on camera for years and years and years. If you are a fan of rap, you are a fan of Daylyt. Okay. And we support this man's journey. We support this man's career. He's one of our own, man. And I would love to continue to see him just move up the ranks, man. Give us incredible albums, incredible collaborations. He was patient during his career. He was applying innovation. He entertained the hell out of his every single outing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was giving us something to click, play, and watch from both an artistry as well as an entertainment standpoint. And he is a legend. Okay, he's one of battle rap's goats, and he is a hip hop legend. Okay, so big salute and shout out to Daylyt. Shout out to everybody that joined the stream. And yeah, we'll probably be back here in the morning. And yeah, you know, another goat passed through. Saturday is up though. All right.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I drop it, connected to block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry Street Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.